Hi, my name is Holly Smythe. I am the undergraduate recruitment manager for the VCU School of Business and wanted to go over our scholarship process for current students and thought this would be a great time to do a video addressing some frequently asked questions because VCU just launched a brand new scholarship application this year. Just a little disclaimer, this video is going to address scholarships for currently enrolled students. So if you're a prospective student watching this video, keep in mind that is a completely separate process. I wanted to start with important dates and deadlines. So we're going to open up the scholarship application on February 17th, and it's going to stay open for 1 month, giving students plenty of time to complete that application. Keep in mind the way our cycle works, even though you're filling out the scholarship application now, this is for awards that will disperse fall 2020, spring 2021. So if you're a senior or going to be graduating, you need not apply because you won't be here in the fall. From there, I should address the next steps is that once the applications are received, we have a scholarship review committee that's going to review the awards, make final selections, and then students will be notified. Our goal is the week of May 4th or before graduation. This is just a little peek at what the new scholarship application looks like. For those of you that have filled out a scholarship application in the past, it's not going to be terribly different. It's still going to be an online process and ask a lot of the same questions. Starting with, so this is the general application that's going to be asked of all VCU students across the university. Pretty straightforward here. It's going to ask for your student ID, otherwise known as your V number, first name, last name, phone number, your classification, are you a sophomore, junior, etc., current military status, upload your unofficial transcript. So the best way to do that would be to go into e-services, copy and paste that into a Word doc, save it as a PDF, and then upload it into the system. There's a question here. Sometimes you might hear people ask about first generation or first gen students. Did you grow up in a home with parents, guardians that attended college? In other words, are you the first in your family to pursue a college degree? And what month and year do you expect to graduate? Then you're going to sign off saying, yes, this is indeed me filling out this application. From there, since you're a School of Business student, you're going to be directed to our School of Business Conditional Application. So again, some of these questions are redundant, but this is just for business students to fill out. And again, all this data is the stuff that our review committee is going to use to make selections. So again, classification as of fall 2020, because remember, that's when we're talking about awards that are going to disperse fall 2020. Are you going to be a full-time student? Full-time meaning 12 credits for fall or spring. Anticipated graduation date, intended area of study, upload a current resume. I can't stress current enough. Last year, we had some resumes that were a couple years old, which isn't particularly helpful. We want to know the latest and greatest. What are you up to? Describe your career goals and the impact this scholarship would have on those goals. This is kind of the essay portion. This is where you're going to really describe your intent. Why are you a student in the School of Business? Why are you in your intended area of study? Really take the time to be intentional with this piece and proofread it. Then we're going to get into some optional questions here. So some of our scholarships have specific criteria. So if any of these next questions are applicable to you, you're going to say yes and tell us a little bit more. But if it's not applicable to you, that's okay too. You can just check the no box, but it's not going to bump you out from scholarships altogether. So just keep that in mind. It's going to ask you about involvement in student organizations that can be at VCU generally speaking or within the School of Business. Any leadership positions you have, community service experience, and if you participate in any industry interest groups, which for those of you that are in your major, you may be active in some industry groups, so you can tell us a little bit more about that. Are you interested in entrepreneurship? And are you a transfer student from the Virginia Community College system? So again, after you answer those questions, you're gonna submit your application. There are lots of opportunities within the School of Business, and our scholarships kind of span a wide breadth. Some are specific to majors, some are merit-based, some are need-based, some require leadership, etc. The nice thing about our application, again, this is very similar to how it was done in the past, is that once you submit, so for those qualitative awards or quantitative awards, such as a scholarship for an accounting major with a 3.0, the system is going to pull the data from all of those questions that you answered, and it's going to automatically match you to the awards that you're eligible for to kind of create a pool for the review committee to go through. So you don't need to take any additional action, and the majority of our awards are going to just automatically match you into the awards that you're eligible for. There's also going to be some additional apply to, so some of these that measure more qualitative data. So for example, there's a scholarship in the School of Business that it asks students to write an essay. Again, if applicable, you have the option to fill this out or not, that asks you to write about how cancer has impacted you or your family. And then the recipient is selected based on the best response to that question. So keep in mind 2 different opportunities, but those apply to ones, which you'll see listed separately, you will have to take an action and usually submit some additional information to be considered for those. Keep in mind that here within the School of Business, yes, there are a wealth of awards, but there are also tons of awards across VCU. So highly encourage you to visit this link here. Visit your financial aid counselor or your academic advisor. They can help direct you to other third-party scholarships. Just be aware, though, if you do apply to third-party scholarships, be leery of anything that asks you to pay into it, because that is likely a scam. And be organized with your scholarships. I know last year, keep records of everything that you're submitting. I know last year a couple people reached back out and wanted their applications back, which you should be keeping records of that stuff. So hopefully this was helpful. We hope you encourage you to apply, and best of luck. If you have any questions along the way, I'm more than happy to help, and email is the best way to reach me. Thanks.